Evaluation question 6 asks, what have you learned about technologies from the process of constructing your media product? My product was a music magazine, so I had to use lots of new and different technologies that I hadn't used before. The first and possibly most important piece of technology I used was Blogger. Before I started this course, I'd never used Blogger, but it was one of the most important media platforms I used because it allowed me to present my work as an online blog and portfolio, and it made it easier for the examiner to look at. Even though I'd never used it before, it was really easy to understand and use, and it made my work look a lot more professional. Two other softwares that played a big part in constructing my media product would be Adobe Fireworks and Adobe Photoshop. I used Photoshop to edit all of the images I used in my magazine, and I had used it before, but I wasn't entirely confident with it. It was quite difficult to use to start with, but after a while I got used to it. I used Adobe Fireworks to actually construct my magazine, and again I hadn't really used it before, so it took some time to get used to, but it got easier and easier every time I used it. Before I even began to actually construct my media product, I had to take the pictures for it, which also required me to use a fairly new piece of technology. I'd used similar cameras before, but I'd never used that specific Fujitsu camera. I'd also never used it for a media purpose before, so I had to try out different types of shots, angles and effects. Throughout the process of constructing my music magazine, I had to use softwares such as Glogster, SlideShare, Prezi and SurveyMonkey, which were all quite new to me, but all really easy to use and were key in the construction of my magazine.